sweetheart.
Sorry, I'm in my
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
So he's here.
It's a hot girl summer.
That's
And I'm just like, yo, I'm just like,
Vanna. All right, listen. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Miss Vanna.
Big Bong, fuck your life.
Right? I'm not saying that, again, I'm not saying that you're a bad person, that you're not successful in life. I just mean you fail your child, just the kid, by way of not raising them in a household of duality so that they can receive and see what, y'all gonna get me in my bag tonight, to see what love looks like. They don't see what love looks like. They catch it by way of these third and fourth. Your way, you gotta watch your tone. They're gonna think you're upset. There's a lot of people running around out here parting in themselves, and that's not the way it go. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. That's not the way it go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying the kid needs to see, forget all the tonality, forget that. I'm off my rocker right now. A kid doesn't need two parents raised in different households. They need to see mommy in the kitchen or dad in the kitchen and mommy come in there, he's making her coffee and he taps her on the butt and he kisses her. He and she needs to see that because they need to understand what love looks like.
You are now tuned in to Live on Broadway podcast, the #1 relationship podcast in the world. So spicy.
Money coming.
Clip. Mike, my mic hot. Mike. Welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway podcast. You know the vibes, how we give it up on our side, on this side, the real side. And I'm talking about greetings and salutations to you all. As we dot I's and cross T's on the back end, I just want to make sure that everything is good for the good in the getting. You understand what I'm saying? Let me introduce this podcast well. You understand what I'm saying? Let me get you off of there. Thank you, Queen. Welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway podcast, where the situations matter more than the relationships. Perspectives will be respected by everybody. Now I'm talking about, and if this is your first time tapping in, we ask everybody, Raina? If this is your first time tapping in, we ask that everybody like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you tap in on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure you tap in with Live on Broadway Podcast. Go to our website at liveonbroadwaypodcast.com. You hear what I'm saying to you? It's Monday, Raina. It's Monday, and we here, and we got energy, and it's been a long weekend. You hear what I'm saying? A few things to go on. You hear what I'm saying? And I appreciate the badges on Instagram. I appreciate the love. Salutations to you all. Oh, man. I'm just happy to be here, man. Round of applause and greetings to you all. We got some things to discuss, though, Raina. We got some things to discuss. Before we jump into roll call and talk about these brief current events and a topic that's on Clubhouse, I want to do a wellness check and spin the mic around the room and see what's going on with you guys. How was your weekend? Allison, Queen Allie, tap in with me one time, Allie. How was your weekend, Queen? How are you feeling? Before I get to you, Allie, you know I got to test the energy in the room, right? You know how that goes. Boo!
Clear.
You know the vibes. Allie, tap in with me, Queen. How was your weekend, Queen? How you feeling? Tap in with me.
What up, y'all? What up, Broadway? I feel good. Monday is Monday as usual, but you know,
I know that's
one
right,
thing
girl.
I look forward to. I look forward to Mondays. It's the start of the week. Actually, I was raised Sundays is the start of the week, but I've just been busy, and I like being busy because you know that means that money is coming. You know, so I'm claiming that, and it's just been really good since we last saw each other, quote unquote. So I'm happy.
Right. I'm here for that. I'm definitely here for that. D, tap in with me one time, beloved.
But I'm doing good. I'm booked and busy. Happy everybody is safe.
Short and sweet.
Shantae, tap in. Shantae, tap in with us, Queen.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? My weekend was a blur because there was so much shit going on. I don't even remember. It was just a lot. And on top of that, RIP to my auntie. I had to attend a funeral earlier last week, Friday, going into the weekend. So it was just a lot of stuff going on, a lot of running around and things.
I'm sorry to hear that,
Condolences.
Queen.
Thank
Condolences.
you, Allison.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Lala.
Condolences.
Sending you
Yeah,
healing
Benny.
vibes.
Been a while.
Hey, Shantae, my condolences, of course.
Thank you. You up next,
Yo,
boo?
yo, yo, Benny, are you sleeping? What's going on right now? You sound like you
I'm
just.
here.
Yo, Benny,
Listen,
what's
I'm
happening
I'm
with you, Queen?
I'm working and I'm listening.
I hope you got that. I hope you turned that paper in.
I did. I did.
My girl, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. What am I doing right now? I'm
How was
sorry.
your
What?
weekend? How are you
Oh,
feeling?
okay. Okay. So I'm a little burnt out because I've been working all weekend, but I feel good. This is a great a great space, positive energy, and so I'm happy to be here. And I'm gonna just land it there.
I love it, and I'm here for that. I love it, and I'm here for that. Um, HR, also known as Elizabeth. She's probably away from her mic right now. Ari, what's happening with you, Queen?
I'm okay. Had a great weekend, just working, doing clients, and that's about it. So nice to meet everybody here.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me ask you something, Queen. What was the highlight of your weekend? If you could pick one thing above all else, what was the highlight of it, Ari?
Well, I took my son out to dinner, and there's been some stuff in my life that's been pretty chaotic lately. So to have that downtime to be able to do that with him, like we used to do all the time, was pretty dope for me.
Yeah, no, that's very important. That's very important. I love the fact that you're spending time with your son and you're appreciating it as the time for the time that it is, and you're living in that moment, right? Because sometimes things get crazy, and shoot, I had a little bit of a crazy weekend myself. So, I love that you're looking at the glass as half full. So, shout out to you. I mean,
Thank you.
That's so
absolutely.
cute.
Is this the illest? Is this the illest chick in Nebraska? Queen Quay tapping with us.
Oh, hey, y'all. I'm here. I'm in the mall right now. It's a little loud, so pardon my background. But yeah, I had a great weekend. I got to link up with my guys, my what New York sound like family, and we had a it was a dope vibe and a dope time. So I'm happy for that.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something real quick, right? Before I jump in my bag, we got my guy Robert Dupreme on Instagram. Yo, Rob, man. Yo, Rob, you with me? Tap in one time, King. How was your weekend, beloved? Rob, we can't hear you, Rob. Yeah, Rob headphones is tripping out. All right, we're gonna come back to you, Rob. Latoya, tap in with me, Queen.
Hey, hey, y'all. Happy Monday.
I'm
Yeah,
back, King.
my weekend was good. I was chilling. I ain't doing nothing fantastic or extravagant, but it is what it is.
Man, they say a day above ground is a day worth celebrating. I think we got Rob back. Tap in with us, Rob.
What's good? What's good? What's good, man? What's good?
How was your weekend, King? I see you out and about.
Yo, yeah, I'm out and about, man. I had to tap into audio and
I need you to keep that phone still because you going in and out, King, and stop covering the mic.
all right, there we go. All
There
right, we
we
good?
go.
All right, pardon me. But everything's good, man. I had a productive weekend, man.
Yes. Yes, I'm
It's
here for
Monday,
that.
man. Fun day.
It's Monday. It's Monday. Of course, it's Monday. Angel, tap in with us, Queen. How you feeling one time?
I'm doing well. I had a nice, peaceful weekend, chilled with my babies, and yeah, it's a good weekend overall. Blessed.
It seems I didn't PTR and I might have missed somebody. What up though, Prem? I see we got Prem. I see we got my guy, my brother Frank Billy up there. What's happening, Billy? What's happening? Miss Choose. I see we got the family. What's happening? King, tap in one time. How was your weekend, Queen?
What's up, y'all? My weekend was lit. I had fun. I had a lot of fun meeting up the gang. And that's pretty much it.
All right, cool. So look, let's do this, right? Let's do this. What up, Angie? So I had an amazing weekend. I had an amazing weekend. It was filled with laughter. It was filled with some you know what? Let me start with the bad. You understand what I'm saying? So I woke up maybe on what was that, Thursday or Friday morning, and I had some bad news. I had some bad news that I can't disclose, but it wasn't the best. And it left me feeling a bit some sort of way. But you know, that's what life is. Life is what happens. And we've been doing these intentional mornings, you know, every Monday through Thursday from 8 to 10 p.m., from 8 to 10 a.m. in the morning. And y'all think it's been for y'all, but it's been for me. You get what I'm saying? So it's been a good vibe, and that's helped propel me into good moments of the weekend where I had a chance, me running around being preoccupied with handling my business. D called me. He like, yo, wait, you know we at the studio doing the shoot, right, for what New York sound like. I said, oh, all right, cool. I'm definitely gonna pull up. I pull up. Got next to Darius. Darius did his thing with the Noir podcast. Am I saying it right? I'm saying it wrong. I'm probably saying it wrong.
Nah,
Sorry.
Neo Noir.
Neo Noir. Neo Noir podcast. I'm sorry. So shout out to Darius for that. That was a good time. And the best part of it is when I pulled up outside of the podcast being lit, I ran into prayers, and then here go Sheik pulling up in a big body. You heard me? Sheik was pulled up. You heard what I'm saying? I was like, yo, Sheik pulled up next to Quay was there, and then they sitting there ready to turn up, and they in their car. We ain't even get to the sipping and the photo shooting yet. You hear what I'm saying, Raina? Y'all hear what I'm saying? And it was just a good vibe. Quaysha was eating vegan chicken from KFC, and I don't think they said that yet. Quaysha, you got anything you want to say to that, Quay?
Nah, I told y'all there was a misunderstanding between me and the cashier. You understand what I'm saying? I came in there telling them what I wanted, and they just, I don't think they really heard me properly. So when I got the chicken, I'm like, oh, I thought it was vegan, but it's not. We all found out that it was.
Come on,
regular
Shaquana
chicken.
gotta go. Come on,
It was
Shaquana gotta
regular
go.
chicken. It
Come
was
on,
regular
Shaquana.
chicken.
Come on, Shaquana. You got to get out of here, man, with the vegan center breast from KFC. But we'll digress on it. We're gonna digress. We'll come back to that one a little later. Let's get in the roll call. Let's talk about roll call really quickly, man. I know the Grammys happened this weekend, and a lot of dope things happened during the Grammys, and a few highlights that I want to point out. Shout out to Silk Sonic. I love that performance. Silk Sonic smoked. You understand me? They was getting busy. They wowed that audience up. You hear me? Shout out to the GOAT, the legend, Nas. You know, or how 50 would say, Nas. How you put a whole R in Nas' name, 50? Another story, another time. So Nas smoked. He got busy. You know, and it was another artist. What's this little white girl name? What's that white girl name? Is that her name? She wore the white with the boots. Yeah, she sing all the sad songs, and people want to cry. And you're like 21. Why are you crying and from all this heartbreak? But she cleaned up at the Grammys, and she won a lot of awards. So shout out to all the musical talent that was there. Any highlights? Anybody highlights from the Grammys? Any highlights? Any highlights that you guys saw, watched, and appreciated? I'm throwing it to you guys, the floor. What's happening, Clubhouse?
Nah, Justin Bieber did his thing too. I don't care what nobody says.
Oh, Danny, you Justin Bieber. Okay.
Nah, he did. He started playing the piano, then he got right into the vocals. I was like, all right, that's a musician right there.
Yeah. No, he did his thing. He definitely did his thing. He did his thing. Olivia Rodrigo. I thought it was Rodriguez. I thought. Yeah, I know you said that. I thought like Rodrigo. That's and we'll get back to that. I'm so confused. Justin
One thing
Bieber.
I just
What's up, Allie?
no, I was saying the one thing I did see was Megan Thee Stallion and who was it? Oh my God, it was somebody else. They
Do
paid.
redid the
Oh
Whitney
yes,
Houston
do
dress.
it, do it,
Mariah.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. They did. They paid homage to a skit that Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston did years ago when they had the same dress from Versace. So that was cute.
And Donatella got on stage and fixed them up some, right?
Yes, just like she did years ago, just like they did years ago.
I think it was Dua Lipa, no?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
You see, this is why I stand on y'all shoulders, because y'all be knowing these alternative artist names that I do not be knowing. So shout out to you guys. But yeah, all right, so Allie, what we got, man? What we dealing with, Allie? Outside of the Grammys, what we dealing with, Allie? Talk to me, Queen.
Well, we got a lot of things going on in industries, but first up, I wanted to start it off with Ashanti is receiving her Hollywood Walk of Fame this week.
What?
She's gonna.
Why y'all booing?
Oh,
Wait.
Broadway.
Why are you booing my wife?
I'm not saying Ashanti, yo. I mean, listen. So I'm letting y'all know tonight. I got my hoodie on. If you listen, I'm in rare form tonight, so I'm not with the. I'm with the issues tonight. Okay, I'm with the ish. So what I'm saying is this, right? My energy is this. Ashanti is easy on the eye, very talented. But does Ashanti have a classic album? One, two. What has she paid forward to the game in the industry outside of the Murder Inc. times? What has she done? You understand what I'm saying?
You
For you two,
wildin'.
hold on, let
You
me finish.
wildin'.
Hold on.
Yo, where you at
Let me
right now?
cook.
You
Let
at
me
right
Wait,
cook.
now?
We
hold
on
on.
podcast time. We need
Wait,
one
hold
Mac.
on. Let him cook.
We on podcast time. We need one mic more than ever. I'm just saying, I just don't feel like when we talk about the Mary J. Blige's, the Tyler Perry's, the Puff Daddies, the you name them. I feel like these are people, admirable people that deserve a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. What did Ashanti do that's in comparison to her counterparts that have stars on the stage? I digress.
She getting paid for her good looks.
Aside from that, she is a well-respected songwriter. She has done. I can't even say background vocals, the vocals for many of Jennifer Lopez's
Outside of
songs.
Jennifer Lopez, who has Ashanti wrote for?
Oh, come on, really?
I just want you. I'm just saying. And see, y'all gonna make me work tonight, and I'm not playing with y'all. Outside of Jenny from the block, and y'all could Google it. Jenny from the Bronx, from the 6 train, the 6 line. You heard? What has Ashanti contributed to the culture outside of being featured on Ja Rule records and having the Foolish record, a few of her, huh? The Way That I Love You, a few of her classic records. What has Ashanti contributed to the culture that's bigger than her first album?
Not a blood clotting.
Who said that? And I'm standing by that. Who said?
I was
No,
saying,
a real talk, my Jimmy, I agree with you. Like, I don't think
Ace.
she's. Well, my girlfriend in the background, I say, all she do is fuck Irv Gotti, but we are go beyond that.
Oh
I
nah.
agree.
I wouldn't say that
Wait,
Ashanti.
why
But
y'all
on a real
disrespecting that
though,
queen?
I wouldn't say she's
for
the
me,
most.
I don't think she done anything to deserve a star. Like, yes, her longevity in the top, I guess, is about that's all it is. But to say that she's a standout person to be there, nah, not at all.
I
Can
agree.
I chime in?
She hasn't had much impact
I
in
would
that
like to
Yeah,
say something.
and like
I know
that.
y'all can pay for your star, right?
wait, hold on,
I would like to
I
say
was just
something.
about to say, if
hold,
people
hold,
know
hold,
that
hold,
you pay for your own.
hold on. Go ahead, Angie.
Hey guys, what's up? What's up, Broadway? Thanks for having me. I wouldn't, to answer Broadway's question, I wouldn't call Ashanti like a one-off or a throwaway. I agree with Allison. She is well respected in the industry. She's either co-wrote or written some, some hits and stuff. And of course, she has like a lot of. She's on tour constantly with Ja Rule, so she's still out here working. She's done some acting and she's kept herself relevant. But if Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B in year one of their career can win a Grammy, then why not after 25 years in the game? Can Ashanti get a star, And we
Okay.
don't know what else she's working on. She could be writing sitcoms. I know she did some acting. I wouldn't call Ashanti like a throwaway or anything. I wouldn't
Well,
call her irrelevant.
Well, all right. So Ange, I agree with you, right? That could very much so be a fact, right? I'm not going to take. I don't think she's a throwaway neither. I just don't think that and I want to get into the buying the star in a second, right? But I don't think that she is. When I'm looking at only the likes of her counterparts is why I
I
say,
see.
yeah, that's all I'm saying.
You're holding the bar higher, like to Mary, to Tyler
Yeah, like
Perry,
then
to yeah, I see.
I just feel like it just takes away from the musical talent and geniuses or just your talent of being able to act. I remember when I was growing up, and maybe I'm Asian myself, but when you saw somebody get a star on a Hollywood Walk of Fame, they put in a lot of work. Remember when Cher got her, I don't see, maybe I'm Asian myself. I remember when Cher got, or maybe I don't, but I remember them talking about it when Cher got her Hollywood Walk of Fame star. It was like, wow.
Yeah, I see. I see what you mean. I mean, she's not Mariah Carey, but I mean, hey, yeah, I see. But look, Diddy has a star. I mean, Diddy gave us Bad Boy, so. But I mean, there's other people. I guess you know what it is. I guess we're aging ourselves too, because when we look at Grammys, look how long it took for certain artists to get Grammys, and to this day, Little Kim doesn't have a Grammy. Well, no, Little Kim got a Ladies Night Grammy, but to this day, Nicki don't have a Grammy. So it's kind of like, but Cardi and Meg got one year one of their career. So it's like, are they giving out stars like they're giving out Grammys? Like,
Very true.
has it diluted? You know what I'm saying? Like has the bar lowered? We don't know.
Yeah, I don't personally know. I don't personally know, but keep the conversation going on.
Yo, before Ashanti get a star, Beanie Man to get a star first. Not telling a line, brother.
I could see that. I could definitely see the Beanie Man aspect of Ashanti. I like Ashanti. I'm a fan, so I'm not coming from a hater perspective, but I definitely don't see it either. But shit, if it's going for 38K, I'm gonna buy me a star. Shit. Come on,
I
Al, we
know
gonna
that's
buy
all the
more
way right.
stars.
I know that's all the way
I,
right.
I'll say the toughest one was Prince when he got his start. He said, "I put me on the floor and got his shit on the wall." Prince said, "Nobody walking." Yeah, he fly. He talked dirty on them. He said, "Nobody walking on my name." He put his shit on the wall. So
Nah,
you could
tell us
walk on
some more. Tell us
everybody.
some more. So he put his star on a wall.
Yeah, Prince said nobody walking on his name. You know what I mean? He did too much. He solidified himself. His name too big to be on the floor. So if you go on that strip, you want to see his name on his star on the wall. You heard?
Well, if they keep it up at this rate, what's her name? Billy Rodrigo? Olivia Rodrigo gonna get a star right next to him, and she just came out last week. You heard me? If
You
they
talk about
if
you
they
talk
keep
about that. What about whatchamacallit? Soldier or whatever, the reggae band.
exactly, yeah, everybody's next. So Allie, let's tap and let's move along. Allie, what else we got, Queen?
Well,
Of course, we gotta talk about the drama that's going on with Ari and G Herbo and
Taina?
Taina. Yes.
Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, so I know a little bit about it. I don't claim to be an expert. Do anybody else know what's going on? Ari G Herbo have a kid together. They let Taina G Herbo let Taina watch the kid. Then the kid went back to Ari, and Ari was pretending to be pregnant. The kid started crying to some extent like that. Ari said, "Why are you crying?" And the kid goes, "I don't want you to be pregnant," which probed Ari to ask a certain amount of questions to G Herbo, and it's just been a mess. Maybe y'all know more than me because I get lost in it. So tap in if you know more than us. Live on Broadway podcast.
So I did a bit of a research, and the situation appeared from videos that Ari Fletcher shared when she's talking to her son, Yo son, about how much he does not want his mom to have another baby. She pretended to she pretended to have another baby, and he told her that he does not want one. He was crying, and because of that, the it's been presumed or assumed or alleged that Taina has
Make that
been
clubhouse app
physically
bigger.
harming
Make that clubhouse
physically
app bigger.
harming the child, and he does not like her. He says that he does not. He's going to call the police on her. And I'm talking about Taina. He's going to call the police on her. He does not like to be around her. So, so yeah, that's been going on. And also, Taina's having a baby with G Herbo. So it's also presumed that he does not want another baby because he doesn't want the attention to be pulled away from you know, him and his dad, because he has two other children with Taina. So, he's basically his third child, or something like that.
Right.
So, so you would think that, there's just a lot of drama going on between Ari and Taina. But wasn't she the one that was canceled by Rihanna not too long ago?
So hold on, because I'm not sure. You got to ask the Giants that, Ali. Tap
Yeah,
in with
I
them.
was
I don't know. Ask them.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
yeah, she
Well,
was.
okay,
Well, tell us
because
more. Tell us more, Angie. She was. How did that
So
unfold?
what happened was she had lost just really quick she lost her she had a Fenty deal. I mean, not a Fenty, I'm sorry. She had a, what is the lingerie company Rihanna has? The
the Savage
Savage.
Fenty
Yeah,
sponsorship.
so she had an ambassador deal with Savage Fenty, and Rihanna is a victim of a survivor of the domestic violence. So one day Ari was sipping, and she went on live, and she said something about, I don't know her exact words. Maybe Allison knows more, but she was a little tipsy, and she was talking about, oh, domestic violence, but in like a dismissive way, like just it was just inappropriate comments that I guess went against, obviously what Rihanna stands for. I don't know if she was saying, like, she was brushing it off like people fight and it's nothing, or she said something inappropriate, and that,
She's like, I don't care about them.
yeah, she said she don't care or whatever. So she lost her deal. She lost her ambassador deal with them behind those comments. This was like a couple months ago.
Wow. Does anybody have anything else to add to the Ari and G Herbo, Taina? No? All right, we're gonna move along, because if y'all got something to add, please add. Otherwise, we moving on.
I
Allison,
don't get involved with people's kids' business. I ain't got nothing to
yo,
say
no, that's
about
a
that.
fact. That's a fact. I mean, it's happening, so we like to cover it to some extent or another.
Yeah.
So tap in, Ali. What's happening? What's new?
So speaking of baby daddy and baby mama drama, Black China and Tyga and Rob Kardashian have been uh, airing out their dirty laundry as well. She said that she had to get rid of a couple of her cars, or like three cars, and jewelry and so forth and so on, because she wasn't receiving child support from her kid's father. And Tyga stepped in and said, that's not true. And I actually have the kids
Yes.
Tuesday through Saturday.
Yes.
And then Rob stepped into the chat and said, well, I
Yes.
have the kids Monday through Thursday. So essentially, she
Carry the
has the
one,
kids
divide the
only
two.
on, she only has the kids on Sundays. The math ain't mathing, because if not only are they giving her money for the
It's
kids,
about the
Period.
Hey,
not only
listen.
are they giving her money for the kids, and they're taking them for 4 or 5 days out of the week. She only has them on one day. So why are you selling your jewelry and your cars? That means you're living beyond your means.
So wait. Let me ask a question. Do you guys feel as though she was doing that for clout? Because I feel like
Absolutely.
if you moving like that and you only have your kid like 1-2 days out the week and the kids are paying, I think Rob said I pay like $39,000 a month. Tiger said I pay 37. Well, we need to talk because while you paying 3,000, 2,000 less than me, and we. So
Right.
I mean, what's happening? Tap in. I'm listening.
Don't forget, they also pay medical bills and for the schooling too, because that's what they
Yes.
said.
Yes. So
Fuck
they
yeah.
pay the child support. They pay child support. They pay the medical bills, and they pay for the kids' schooling. So she's making bank. She's literally making like $80,000-$90,000 per kid off of each of these men a month.
I don't think she's getting child support though.
Yeah, I don't think she's getting child
She's
support. I think
asking for
because
child
they
She
support.
got
pay,
her own
yeah,
business. She
because
has
they
her own
pay
money.
for the tuition and the medical and everything.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
that was
she's
the agreement.
asking for it, and that's why people are styling her, saying, "Well, how you want child support and you don't even have your kids?" And that's why the guys are basically talking out, saying that they have the kids and they're doing all of this stuff, so they
Right.
shouldn't have to pay for it, which I believe they shouldn't either.
No, absolutely not. Get a job, China. She got one. She got several. Like Allison said, she's living above her means. She has her lash boutique. She has what the hell else? The Zeus shows. Oh, did you know she also was running her mouth that day too, saying she's about to do a lawsuit against Jenner Productions, Chris Jenner
Yes.
and Kim and all them. She's
Yes.
about to embark on a lawsuit against them because she claims that Chris Jenner infiltrated and canceled her quote unquote hit show with Rob, where they were doing
Right.
nothing but fighting and arguing while she was pregnant, making Rob look crazy. So she's suing them for having an involvement of canceling this show. So in her mind, I think it's a money grab. She thinks she's gonna have a payday, but I just think she just lives above her means, and she's always tweaking. What was Shorty doing a couple months ago, right before the holidays, flipping out on somebody at the airport? And then remember the girl said that Blac Chyna held her hostage in the hotel.
Crazy.
Like I don't know what she got going on over there.
Yeah, it's a lot of foolery. And in the words of Kim Kardashian, I think you just need to work. Get off your lazy butt and just work. Put in the work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing here? You know what I mean? Like, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. So that's actually the perfect segue into the next topic. So here's the thing, right? Segment one, live on Broadway podcast. Hold on 1 second. Let's pay the bills respectfully, man. Let's do what we came to do.
You are tapped in with Live on Broadway podcast. Shout out to all the giants that's live on Instagram right now and currently on the Clubhouse stage. We would love to hear your relationship-based questions. DM us at Live on Broadway podcast or back channel Broadway at IM_Broadway on Clubhouse to become a guest moderator and or join Broadway's Live. Stay tuned for this next topic because listen, it's about to get spicy.
I know that's right, girl.
Listen, man, Live on Broadway podcast, we got some things to discuss. You hear what I'm saying to you? We got RSL Experience up here with us on Instagram. Shout out to you, Queen. How you feeling, beautiful?
I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm great. Feeling good, looking better. You understand me?
Right. Right, definitely.
So we got a topic that I want to discuss. Instagram, put it on. Instagram, put it in the chat. Thank you very much. And we're going to pin that up there. It's kind of a serious tone topic. And because if we're following the Rob Kardashian, Tiger, if we're following that energy, Chyna, it only makes sense for us to talk about this topic. It's a great segue to, are single parents a failure to their children?
Yeah, that's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Are single parents a failure to their children? And we're gonna have this conversation because we had it off pod and I thought it was so good and powerful because I had a conversation with a dude of mine that, shout out to Mallory or whatever, and we had who's banging in a background. There was a conversation we had, and he took it, had it, is going viral, and I thought that it'd be a good conversation for us to have here on the pod because respectfully, I don't think anyone aspires to be a single parent. So by way of not aspiring to be a single parent, I believe that if you're a single parent and you have a kid with somebody, you fail your child. You are a failure to your child if you do not raise them together and in the same household. You hear what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that makes you a failure in totality because you can be educated, you can provide a great living for your kid, you can you name it. You understand what I'm saying? But in the realm of being a single parent, you fail your child because I don't particularly think that any kid wants their parents to be together. You hear what I'm saying? And I think that when we operate outside of that, there's special circumstances. I'll get into those. There's special circumstances that avoid you from being a single parent and being a failure to your child, in my perspective. But we'll get into that momentarily. Let's just deal with the topic at hand. I'm coming to you, RSX Experience. Queen, introduce yourself and tell the people what you get into, so forth and so on, and then you can tap in with us, answer the question, the topic, and I'm gonna throw it to Clubhouse after that and tap in with me.
Okay, hey everybody, I'm Tiffany T, also known as Tiff. I'm from Queens. I'm a romance specialist. I specialize in all realms of relationships. I also am a planner for romantic events, and I also have a blog site. And I discuss various relationship issues and topics for single couples, primarily for within the African American community, because I'm definitely an advocate and I'm striving to keep, the Black family unit tight. So, I speak on topics related to us and how we can date better, how we can have healthy relationships, successful relationships, marriages. So that's what I do.
I love it. So, what? Oh, this is going to be an interesting topic because it's going to go, man. It's going to go, Raina, and I'm not going to hold you. Hey, listen, Raina, I got mines with me. Y'all better have y'all's. Y'all better have y'all's together because I'm coming out shooting respectfully. You hear me? So, Tiff, man, how you feel? Are single parents a failure to their children?
Absolutely not. Not a failure to your children. I believe it's all about the content of the relationship and the dynamic of the relationship and what you're able to teach your child. So you could teach your child a lot of things that's wrong with someone versus as a single parent.
Okay. I'm gonna come back to that because I got my stance is my stance, and I honestly
come back to that, but just keep in mind that a lot of we see how we were raised, and what we see, it plays a lot into how we date and how we just navigate through life. So, just keep that in mind while you circle back.
Because my energy is, it's not that, you can provide your kid the best type of living, but I don't think no parent aspires to be a single parent. You hear what I'm saying? I don't think no. I don't think no kid aspires to be raised in a household without both parents being there and readily available. I think we fail our children when we start to accept and think that that's okay. We got to think outside the box and hold ourselves accountable and say, I may be failing my kid in this instance. In this instance of not being able to raise a kid because a kid needs both parents, right? We would agree on that. A kid needs a mother, because you're either going to be, outside of all the nuances, you're either going to be a boy or you're going to be a girl. Either way. So you need your mother, you need your father. A kid needs certain things, and sure, we can say at this age, you're gonna go live with your mother or father, right? Depending on what the setup is. But there's certain things that's happening in between time, because if I'm a single father and I have 100% custody to my daughter, there's certain things that she's gonna need by way of her mom that I can't fulfill, that happens way before a certain time we agreed for her to go live with her. So I'm just gonna park up there and throw it to Clubhouse and see what's going on there. What's happening with you guys? You know, popcorn style. Just respect the mic. One mic at a time.
Yo, I just want to throw out one thing real quick, For me, I think it's sometimes better to be a single parent than to grow a child in a toxic environment. So forcing to have two people together just because, the need for having two parents in a situation is what, is, let's say, the right thing, because, like you said, the dad provides one thing, the mom provides one thing. Now, as you're saying, I don't think anyone aspires that their child comes to a situation where they don't have both parents, but unfortunately, remember, we live in a world where people don't game plan, people don't, like, if a relationship is microwave based on, current society, a child comes in a situation where they have no control of anything. Now, if there are holes in the relationship and a child enters, it only exposes the holes even more. Now, the worst thing you can do is to, have a child stay in a situation where there's problems, because all you're gonna do is have the child now grow up in a situation believing that the best thing is, no matter how bad it is, we should stay together. Now, as long as, hey, the parents can amicably raise the child, yes, I do understand that, one parent might miss, let's say, important moments or teaching moments, whatever it is. This does happen. But the idea is that you will never be a failure as long as both people are doing their utmost best to have an impact on that child. Now, I don't want to take over the mic, so I'll probably, drop off and fall back again when someone else gets that. But for me, it's better to be single than to be together in a bad situation for a child.
Well,
That's my case.
and I'm happy you said that, right? I'm happy you said that, because there's truth to that, right? It is better to be happily. It's better to be happily single than together and be in ruins, right? I agree with that notion. However, I believe that when it comes to how you say that, when it comes to that, all right. So being a single parent is predicated based off of who we choose. Being a single parent is predicated off of who we choose to lay down with and have a baby with, right? I'm not saying that, again, I'm not saying that you're a bad person, that you're not successful in life. I just mean you fail your child, just the kid, by way of not raising them in a household of duality so that they can receive and see what, y'all gonna get me in my bag tonight, to see what love looks like. They don't see what love looks like. They catch it by way of these third and fourth. You gotta watch your tone. They're gonna think you're upset. They're gonna think you're mad.
You're passionate.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just saying there's a lot of people running around out here parting themselves, and that's not the way it go. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. That's not the way it go, ladies and gentlemen. We can't move around these spaces and act like it's okay to be a single parent, because unfortunately we may be single parents and we made a mistake. It happens. It happens. I get it. It doesn't mean you can't do right by way of the next child. It doesn't mean that. I'm just saying the kid needs to see, forget all the tonality, forget that. I'm off my rocker right now. A kid doesn't need two parents raised in different households. They need to see mommy in the kitchen or dad in the kitchen, and mommy come in there, he's making her coffee, and he taps her on the butt and he kisses her. He and she needs to see that, because they need to understand what love looks like. I'm going to Instagram. Instagram tapping. We got the collectors up there. We got my guy Preem, DJ Preem up there. Just somebody take the mic from Broadway, because I'm triggered.
Who won it first? Go ahead, King. You got it.
Nah, I look at it. I don't know, man.
I never really sat down and really thought about it too deep. Do you really feel your child like that? I think yeah, ideally you want to be in a household and you want to have that same, that two family household. But are you really failing them because they don't have it? I I don't know, because in one sense I want to say yes, because like you just said, they deserve to see that. They deserve the, really be able to experience that. I know I would have wanted it. My mom did good as fuck, but do that mean it was the right thing, or just because I had to make it out the mud without my pops, is that the better thing because I made it? Nah, it would have been easier without it. I think we put so much emphasis on making it out the mud and making it the strong way that we don't want to. We shouldn't have to struggle. We should be able to do it, the right way, as especially as kids. But then I also thought about the women that don't want to be married but do want kids, or don't want to be with a dude but do want kids. Now, is she selfish for that? Because she don't want the man but she want a child, but now she's not giving the child the ability to have a two-person household. Like if she go get IVF or something like that, I don't know. So it's just something to think about, man. But it's definitely a good topic, and I appreciate being here.
King, and I appreciate having you here, man, because you raised some interesting points, and we'll get to there in a moment. Personally, I just think that when it comes to being a single, parent, like I only know how to be 100 with you guys, right? I was raised in a single parent house. I had dope and amazing men that showed me the right thing to do, right? And just holding myself accountable. My mother, she failed me. God rest her soul. Love my mother to death. She failed me. And I'm not going to say that she wasn't the best mom possible, because she smoked that ish. She smoked it. Anything I wanted, she rose to the occasion. But it still doesn't exempt her from being a failure when it came to picking the wrong man to lay down with and not cohabitating in the same house, so that I could see that. I had to outsource that. Imagine how more advanced imagine how much more advanced we would be and I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm speaking about those that was raised in single family homes. Imagine how much more advanced we would be, because I had to get mines by way of third party. It wasn't in-house. So I had to go and see different things in different places to identify that's what love is. Now, if I would have saw it in my house, I would have been much more advanced, maybe 6'10", 5, whatever, however many years advanced by way of seeing it in-house. But I'm passionate, so I'm going to throw it to the collectors. Tap in with the collectors. Then we're going to go back to Clubhouse before we come back to Instagram. Tap in with us, Preem. Turn your phone the other way, King, so everything could look good. Continuity.
Y'all can see me?
Yes. Turn your phone in portrait mode, King.
Hold on. I'm upside down?
Yes, you're kinda. There you
right
go.
Here,
there
that's
you
good?
go. Yeah, there you go, King. Thank you. Tap in. What's your thoughts on this, beloved?
My thoughts is that I don't think that's a failure, in my personal opinion, because there's a couple of things that you get out of that's positive. And then I'm going to bounce back to something you said too, because now if you got two people that have children together or whatever, and they don't stay together, but they still raise these children up together. So you showing these kids that just because something doesn't work, you don't bail on it. You also showing these children that just because you and your family don't agree on certain things, you still operate like family. You showing your child that there's consequences and there's repercussions, and you don't run from the repercussions or the consequences. You take them with what you made your decision on. Now I heard you saying, I heard you building on the piece about seeing the love, like, inside the crib and blase, and I see that you touching on that a lot. And I feel like that's major key with you, with what you're saying, with you coming from your point of view. And that definitely is major key to actually have that in the household, period. You know what I'm saying? Because whether you see your mom with your dad or you see your dad with your mom or if you see them with their significant other, it's still an example of what you're saying. So I think that having it removed, what you're saying is true. Like having it removed does, affect children. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do think I do feel like it's not a failure, and it could be fulfilled, as long as the person, has a significant other. But it's real complicated, But go ahead, I'm gonna swing the mic.
No.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Tiff.
I just have to back on what you were saying because like something dawned on me when you said failure, and I was just thinking back to like where we came from, like over the decades when you just noticed a shift in Black culture from like when the male figures was kind of out of the household more, and almost a shift in our dynamic of a culture. More single moms, more boys and girls looking for love elsewhere. So when you said failure, me as a parent myself, I kind of not got defensive, but it's just like, no, you're not failing your child. But just like in the grand scheme of things, it is slightly just this, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought, but it's just creating the brokenness of a family, and it also like we don't stick together as like we used to. Family goes through a lot, so you don't run from all your problems. So, but yeah, it's a touchy situation because it's still like it could be all for the right reasons.
Let me offer this, right? I think was it Preem or was it Supreme? It was one of you two guys, right? Interesting. Preem and Supreme. That's funny. It was one of you two, right? I think somebody said something as it pertains to IBF, single parent, whatever. Okay, cool. That's an exception, right? This only applies. You're only a failure in my eyes. Excuse me, you're not a failure. You're only not a failure in my eyes if, one, I'm coming to you right now, Clubhouse, just give me a little patience. If what Preem or Supreme said, right, and you went into it knowing what it was and that was the thing, but you still need, it still don't take away from the bottom line, so it's counterproductive. Anyway, the second thing is when
it's selfish more.
Huh?
I said it's selfish more than anything.
Selfish, right? I feel like if you're married, I can't speak for everybody. The intentions on being in a relationship, there has to be a pinnacle to that, right? And the pinnacle to that, I would think, is marriage to that type of commitment more often than not. So if you're married and you tried to be married and you married your significant other and you two had a kid, and you try to raise them together and you did that and you reached the pinnacle of the relationship and by happenstance you guys didn't mesh well and y'all went your own separate ways, then so be it. I don't view that as being a failure because you attempted to give it all that you had and raise them kids together, and by happenstance, because things happen, mods, I need y'all to mod and bring the people up. Shout out.
Well, you got to say what is a failure then, Wade.
That's a bigger failure.
We all saying what we don't see it as, but I don't hear nobody saying what we see it as.
Well, what do you mean? I'm trying to understand that question.
We all saying what's not a failure. Okay. But what's the specific, what do you hold to the standard of a failure? Because the example you gave was I've been in that situation. I've tried, with the mothers of my children, and it didn't work out. But I still, I throw the ball out, let a motherfucker on anybody judge my shit, and they gonna feel the way I feel. You said the same thing. You said that's not a failure. That's why I said what is a failure.
All right,
what are we considering that?
All right, so picking the wrong person to lay down with and not having the kid in the household witness what love looks like to you guys, that's a failure to me, right?
So not trying.
Right. So also what's a failure? All right, so I had something I need to say.
You can I answer that?
I agree
So,
with that.
ben,
Not trying, not giving that effort for the baby.
all right, hold on.
It's
Benoit
for
tapping
the
and go
baby.
for it, Benny.
This is just my opinion. I think that it's a failure when you consummate, having when the two of you have children together, and you're doing it strictly off of emotion. You're not thinking about it logically. Thinking, do I get along with this person? Do I like this person? Do I want this? If I had a child with this person, would I be content with them embodying the traits of the person that I had a child with? I think that when you're just doing it just off the strength of just wanting to get yours in that moment, and you're not really thinking long term because you're just focused on that instant gratification, 9 times out of 10, you're open to create room for failure because you weren't moving intentionally when it came to having children. You just brought someone into existence and you've allowed yourself to have immortality with a person that you don't even like. And I think that that's what breeds room for failure. And I'll park it there.
Can I
Let's
chime in?
yeah, let's go around Clubhouse for a moment. I just wanted to get it from the gram. Tap in with us, Clubhouse. What's happening?
Hey y'all, what's up? It's Bougie. Um,
Bougie.
I wanted to piggyback off of what Benoit said because that was absolutely insightful and it was spot on. I know plenty of people who came from two-parent households that were emotionally dysfunctional, that were emotionally unsupportive, and they are not well-rounded people, right? I know people who come from single-parent homes who are fairly well-rounded, they're decent people, and it just while the relationship did not work out, people were able to prioritize the children's well-being and to parent, right, and understand that it is not about them anymore, it's about the children, right? And if you can't understand that it stops being about you when you have a kid, whether you are in a intact family or not, you're going to set yourself up for failure, right? And that's just this is what I see in my personal life, but this is the stuff I see in my professional life. Sometimes people are just better parents than they are as couples, and that's just it. And
You
I park on that.
you all right, let's go around. I see Landria. Tap in, Landria.
So from personal experience, so my daughter is 11 years old right now, and I come from a household that had my mom and dad and everything, but I was with someone who didn't show he was unstable until he found out I was pregnant, and that's when the abuse began. And I think for me, I stopped thinking about myself because had I just been thinking about myself, I would have stayed. But when I found out I was having a little girl, and I was just like, I didn't want her to see that dynamic. I didn't look back. So he's not present in my daughter's life. Now, I also feel like I understand what you mean about, being a single parent, and it could quite possibly be a failure. But I also felt like that if I stayed, then the relationship that I'm in now, my daughter would not have learned from what a healthy, loving relationship looks like. So I had to, take myself out of the situation and think solely about my child and what I wanted to be reflected on her. I wanted her to see, her mom was strong and not taking, all of this. Yes, she needed a male figure, but for the time being, the male figures in my village were what she had, and that was my brother and my dad. So then when my fiance came along and, everything happened, she got to see what love looked like from that perspective, and everything is just growing, and it's a healthy bond. But I feel like a part of me wanted to stay in that situation because I knew I created a child with this man, but it was two strikes for me. It
Right.
took him putting his hands on me, and then it took him when my daughter was born. She was in her car seat, and he grabbed her in the car seat and threw it across the room.
had she not have been in that car seat, she might not have been with us. And I think about stuff like that, and I'm just like, I had to dead it.
So, all right. Let me say this, right. Firstly, I'm appalled that you had to go through that, Queen, because that's not anything that I believe that anyone should have to experience, right? So, yeah, I'm just sorry you had to go through that. Um, I
It's
let
a
me
learning experience.
let me
I was young and dumb, and I just feel like, I didn't see the signs. When you're young, some of that aggressive shit is cute. You think it's cute,
yeah.
and you don't know that it's trigger warnings. And then when things start to set in, it was like, you know what? I gotta get out of this. Like, I have to be done with this.
Let me read a few of these comments before going to Preem. I got you right now, Preem. Latoya dot Joyner dot 77 said, looking. She said, look and try. I can't make him be a father, but that's not going to stop me from being a mother. I think it's Black Beauty said, staying with a person and showing toxic behavior to your children is the failure. Yeah, it's just a lot of dope comments on Instagram. Black Beauty said, thank God you were strong enough to leave. I think she's referring back to you, Landria. And
Thank you.
the comments keep going and going. Preem, tap in with me, Supreme. Preem.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say definitely your story is you definitely strong. I just want to say one thing and then I want to ask a question. I always encourage people once you see that first sign of abuse or something like that, just please exit. That's just I just ask y'all to be as strong as possible. I know it's not always that easy. When someone put their hands on you once, that door is open. They probably gonna do the shit again and again. So just please exit the first time, or if it even get there. But what I wanted to ask, just based off what I heard from the last couple of people, was it sounded like, and I don't know, I think I might agree with y'all. It sounded like a absent parent, whether it's male or female, is better than a toxic parent that's around. That's what I've been hearing a whole lot. What was is that basically the consensus?
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm hearing that too, Preem. I'm hearing that too, right? What I think what I'm saying is to the topic, right? I think what I'm saying is it follows a lot of what Benny's still here, of a lot of what Benny said, right? Whereas when we choose the wrong person to lay down with, and we know that, let's be honest for a minute. How many times do you know? How many people? I'm not going to say that because I know the cap is going to come. A lot of times, people lay down with people and have babies with people, and a lot of times people lay down and have babies with people, and they know that this is not going to work. You know that. So, like Preem just said, so many instances has showed itself to say, nah, you're not a good parent. I know this is not right. And this is why I'm saying you fail your kid, because you know already and you choose to do other. So that failure that's brought to you, a kid is innocent. Kid didn't choose to be here, right? We know that, right? We all know that. I have something else I want to say, but I want to hold on to it. I have a bad memory. I'm just gonna say it. I also feel like now I don't forgot the thought. It'll come back to me. Preem, go. The irony.
Yeah, man. I just hate when they see the red. I just typed it, but they see the red flags and they ignore it, thinking the person is gonna change, man. When you got those type of red flags, you gotta believe them, man, and get up out of there. And I do think that when you make the decision to actually stay with somebody that you know is not going to be a good fit, then I do think you failed that person. I really do. I do think you failed, not that person, but your child. You brought that child in this world knowing the other person wasn't fit, wasn't in their right mind, and sometimes you think the person is going to change or the child is going to change the person. Like, nah, that person is who they was before they got here, man. and you gotta be strong enough to go. And I know, like I said, I know it ain't always the easiest thing, but when it comes to that child and making the best choice for your child, that's where you gotta make those choices and not be with that person.
Listen, we got my guy Memphis up here. Memphis, tap in with me one time. I mean, what kind of value can you add to the topic, beloved?
Like real talk, I'm hearing y'all talk about abusive relationships. Am I right? You know,
Say,
I'm a
no, wait. Hold on, your background's kind of nervous. Say that again,
That's
King.
not me.
Oh, my fault. Say that again,
No,
King.
that was me. I'm sorry.
So I'm hearing y'all talk about abusive relationships, right? So I understand what you just said. Is your name Premier?
Cream.
Cream? Okay. So I'm gonna just say it like this, bro. It's kind of hard to tell women to get out on the first go round. So because some women look at it like he's gonna change or he did this just once, and I know what you're trying to say. But coming from a man that watched his mom get thrown out a first floor window by his mother, by his father. So, you know what I mean? But you got to look at it like this. Both hands got a fist in it. So when it came down, I was looking at my father crazy for years, right? But found out that my mother was mentally and emotionally abusive and verbally abusive.
Come on, man.
So you got to look at the signs of the situation. Now, women, when men are telling you right now, like, we definitely want a space to be emotionally available to you, but you got to open that door. If you don't open that door, then we have nobody to talk to because we want to come home and talk to you because, you know, a lot of people be like, oh, you doing this, you doing that. But then when you close that door and then you pour oil on a fire, you know that's going to make the fire bigger. When you do that and you downplay or belittle a man, some men don't know nothing else but to put their hands on you. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right at all. But what we have to do is understand both feelings. Like I went through my journey and forgave both my mother and my father for the things that happened with them. And what my father told me and my mother told me is like he wasn't listening. And then he said she wasn't listening. And it's all going back to communication. And when we communicate with each other and learn how to understand that feelings are valid, we'll understand that nobody needs to put their hands on nobody. People put their hands on people when they don't have the words to say, when they can't say nothing else and they feel like they can't do nothing else. So they do that to just get a point or to get your attention. But that's not nobody's attention. Now, some people go crazy and do the most. Like I lost a friend because the nigga was just that crazy. He stalked her. They got divorced. He stalked her, found out where she lived, killed her in the front, and killed himself. Go ahead, bro.
No,
Go ahead.
If your parent, let me just ask him one question. I promise. So, and I'm trying to tie it so that it can go back to what we were saying. So let's just say mom or dad, like you said, they both was abusive, right? Mm-hmm. Let's just say one of them decided to leave. Do you think if they would have left, that would have been failing you? Or do you think if they failed you more by allowing you to see what transpired?
I think the failure was allowing me to see that. Both of them not being able to leave each other. So
and making
when
you
that
witness
happened,
that. Allowing you to witness that.
Yeah, witness that, and then both of them not leaving each other. But this the thing. Healing comes 10 times through your child sometimes. So what's so funny is, do you know my mother and my father talk to this day because of they seen the healing that I went through? That's crazy, right?
they saw the healing I went through, and my mother picked up and was wanting to go to my father's family reunion and had a whole conversation and sat down with a great conversation that it brought me to tears because I never thought they would ever speak. Go ahead.
Memphis, I have a question to ask you, right? And it comes off of what Preem just asked you, which is he said, do you think they would have failed you? Do you think they would have failed? Do you think it would have been better for you for them to leave and not leave the relationship so that you wouldn't have to witness that, right? Implying that you guys were that them staying together and allowing you to witness that is where the trauma comes from, right? What I want to ask you is almost the reverse, but excuse me. Sometimes the abuse, sometimes the trauma, sometimes the thing that's there, it may not be physical, but the fact that they're not there is, but the fact that they're not in a cohabitating relationship where love can be seen and expressed, that's the abuse too.
It can be. It can be in a situation like that if the house is broken on some you not knowing what's going on and you don't know why your dad left or your mom left or whatever like that, and it's never explained. But would you rather see the total abuse of your father abusing your mother and then allowing that abuse because the simple fact is, see, she didn't heal from that abuse and she didn't heal. So her verbal abuse and her mental abuse was taken out on me because I look like my father. So that's what I'm saying.
I want to say something because I myself grew up seeing, a lot of things going on between my moms and my father, and they ended up separating. But for me, if I didn't have that example, I wouldn't have anything to know like what to look out for. So as a female, seeing certain things, seeing a lot of, situations with abuse, that for me made me be like, oh hell no, I'm not dealing with that from nobody. And I've seen how my mom was able to, go back together, and ironically, like them being separated made me and my father have a deeper connection because it's like I'm out of it.
Hold on, Queen. Memphis, your background is picking up. Go ahead, Queen.
Oh, my bad.
Seeing my parents has a lot to do with how I am today and how I just advocate for like healthy relationships. And sometimes it's a part. I don't feel like I was failed only because I was able to see early on how I should absolutely not be treated. You don't have to stay in the situation for the sake of a child. If you only can, show someone that, more negative than a positive. So, yeah. And then it took me a while to rebuild a relationship with my father, even though he was always in my life. I just had that resentment, but not until I was an adult, it made me realize, okay, I have been resenting him for so long, and I was able to like get it out. But I probably wouldn't have if they would have stayed together. It probably would have made our relationship worse.
Yeah.
Do you think more people see that and leave?
Go ahead, Prem. Go ahead. Finish that question.
I was going to ask her, do she think more women see what she saw and it teaches them to leave faster, or do you think they see it and they think it's okay? I think more women see it and they think it's more okay. Like, oh, my mom endured this, so I think it's okay.
All right, hold that right there. Let me throw it to Clubhouse. Everybody's being patient. Thank you for holding off and for your point of views and whatnot. I see we got a few newcomers. I see we got Milton. We got Boss Lady D. Shout out to Paul. I see we got Ashley in here. Shout out to Ash. She's been privy to I'm seeing two Ashleys. Clubhouse is tripping. Is there anybody that want to add anything on Clubhouse? Tap in with us.
Yeah, hey, thank you, Broadway.
Hey, Ashley.
So, so what I would like to add to it is, and I'll, go on record, saying that I am a single mother.
But when I started looking at, children, inside, my daughter's elementary school, and different opportunities that these kids have, and also just observing, some of their behaviors, it actually did make me take a step back, not to, bash single mothers or anything, but I personally think, that we do our children, as a disservice by not, raising them in a two-parent household. Now I get it, when it comes to, abuse. Like, I I've been, I don't like to use the word victim, but I've had that to happen to me before, whether it's physical abuse, emotional abuse, abuse is abuse. So I'm all with, walking away, from toxic environments. But what I've been doing is, just really educating myself on, just different, issues.
Right.
And I came across an article that was done by Cornell University, where they were looking at children from a single family home versus a two parent home, however that looks for people. And basically within the study, it was saying that children that come from a two family home are less likely to participate in risky behaviors, especially when it comes to like substance abuse, violence, and things like that. So, moving forward, me, I only have my
Ashley,
daughter.
could you
Yes.
could you if possible, can you find that link so you could send it to the group chat in the group chat on Clubhouse, and one of the mods could pin it?
Yes, most definitely. I'll do that right now.
After your
So,
point, Queen. I'm sorry. After your point.
no problem. So, I mean, it's not to bash, anyone, but I know for myself, it was a hard pill to swallow, because as parents, we do want the best for our children. And we never want to put them, in a situation in which, they are not going to, be able to have the best. So,
The best
being said, start
advantages.
out the best advantages. Yes. So with
Your
that
service
being
is all right.
said,
There you go.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. I keep on going in and out. But I'm gonna wrap it up really fast. We do, have to look out for, the red flags. Cause I'm gonna be honest, when I got with my daughter's father, the hopes were that we were going to, get married, and of course, it did not happen.
Yeah.
But I also have to say that there was red flags that I should have looked out for. So I'll park with that.
Thank you for sharing that, right, Ashley? While we get that Cornell University link together, or I think that's where the source is coming from, so we could pin it up there. Mods, please pay attention to the group chat on Clubhouse. What I wanted to say to that is, I know and understand that's a hard pill to swallow. What Broadway is saying, what I'm hearing others say, is not to say you're a failure in totality, but to hold ourselves accountable and stand in front of the fact that we have failed, or we know people that have failed their children only to the extent of not allowing them to be in a dual party family, however you would word that, I understand that's a hard pill to swallow, and that's a lot of accounting to be accountable for. You get what I'm saying? That's hard. That's because to stand in front of that means that we have to stand in front of the fact that we didn't there's an area of opportunity there's been an area of opportunity inside of our family structure. So that's a hard thing to swallow. So I get what where a lot of the POVs is coming from, because frankly speaking, it's a hard pill to swallow. I look back and go back to my mom, and I feel like she was an amazing mom, but frankly speaking, Mom, you picked the wrong dude. You picked the wrong dude. And for whatever reason, I'm not saying a blessing didn't come by way of that. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying it didn't come from that, but I just think when we start to really strip back the layers, and it's not anything you got to think about right now to give commentary on, but before this lifetime is over, just think about how much more advanced, and sometimes failing a kid isn't by staying together, it's by way of, like Preem said, right? Leaving certain situations where you see there's smoke, often fire, right? So with that being said, I just want to I'm gonna yield my mic. I see we got last stop off his mic. I see we got Paul. We got a few people off their mic, so we're gonna go to last stop. We're gonna go to Milton, and then we're gonna go to Paul because that's the order that I just saw it. Tap in with us, guys.
Yeah. All right. Peace, 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 peace. Well, go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
Are you sure, bro? You okay?
I love the
Man,
camaraderie. I love the
Go ahead, bro.
camaraderie.
yeah,
Go ahead, bro.
man. You know what? I don't bring data. I don't bring data. I don't bring none of that. I bring real life experiences. Cause you know what? It's crazy. I just seen this topic because honestly, I just went through something today with the mother of my child. Not really through it, but I understand what's going on, and I really, can see how unappreciative people can be. The biggest failure in my life, and I'm not gonna get on my soapbox and not like that, but I'm just saying this as a life lesson for people. If you don't have kids, man, listen to what I'm telling you, man. Like, I grew up in a 2-parent household, and I feel like a failure as a father because I didn't give my kids the same thing that I had. That's the truth. And sometimes you gotta, not sometimes, all the time, you gotta wake up in the mirror, look in the mirror, and tell yourself that truth. So if I walked around angry about anything, or if I felt some type of way, that was one of the main things that bothered me in my life. The number one top thing is that I couldn't give my kids the same thing I had when I was a kid. Not money, not none of that, but that 24-hour service where you can have access to me like I did with my father. That's the main thing I regret about having baby mothers. Seriously. But I feel like, my kids were kind of taught to be selfish. Now, I was in the military. I was gone for a numerous amount of time. I was always deployed. I've been to Iraq 3 times. I was always gone. So, I was a dad over FaceTime most of the time, a Skype back in the day. I'm telling my age. Like, it was like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I had both of them. I got 2 daughters. Both of them 17 years old. Now, they're a month apart. And I was a little
Have
hot
you
boy
ever
back
been
then.
married to either one of the mothers?
Yeah, I was married to my son's mother, and that didn't work out. I got 4 kids altogether. And
So
the
wait,
two.
Milton, let me just ask a couple of questions on that, right, King? And
Go ahead,
trust
bro.
me,
Go ahead.
this is a
Go
safe
ahead.
space, bro. We not, you understand me? That's not that type of vibe over here, like them other rooms be on Clubhouse,
Bro,
right?
it's all good. Nobody
So
can't, bro. It's all good.
I guess what I'm asking you is, I guess what I wanted to say to you was, if you've been married to your first daughter mother or your first son's mother, that's what you said?
Yeah, my son. Yeah, my baby boy, my son. That's the baby, my son. Yeah.
Were y'all together
Yeah.
were y'all married once the baby was conceived?
No, we wasn't. I married her after she was born. I married her
So
after he was born.
same difference.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the failure in that. The relationship reached the pinnacle of what it could be. You guys gave the best effort you can give it. And then from that point forward, you guys said whatever the case may be. Now, I don't know, did you marry any other kid's mother?
No, I didn't. No.
And that's where the failure lies right there.
That's where the failure lies. Yeah, because really, I'm divorced now, but I knew what I could have did to keep my marriage.
Sure.
But I didn't do that. You see what I'm saying?
Wait, stay right there. Stay right there. Because I be thinking, I'm so New York, right? I be thinking, that's not anyway. I honestly think sometimes that be exactly what it is. We'll know what to do to make the relationship work, but people don't have the humility to say, this is what my significant other wants. This is what I want. These are my boundaries. Let's figure out a happy medium so that we can make this thing work. Because at this point, it's no longer about us. It's about that child. It's about them children. And we inject ourselves and our wants and desires onto our children. And that's not what it's about. It's about saying, yo, like, cause me, there's a lot of things that I haven't ever shared that I've been through that I've gone to therapy for, but until I actually feel like I have a safe space in a relationship where I can say and give that to my queen, I'm not gonna do that. Because you gotta be wise enough to know that they probably won't even be. I'm a man, I don't know what it's like. I have been molested as a kid, right? I've spoken about this in other platforms, right? But I don't know what it's like to be a woman. And certain women, you can't give that to certain women. It's almost like an adult and a child. You can't give everything to a child before they're ready. You got to be smart about it and give it to them in increments so that in intervals, so that when they get older, they don't feel overwhelmed, because the kid's just gonna have more questions that extends past their level of understanding. And it's the same thing with men to women and women to men. We can't be so quick to give them certain things because they might not understand it. But you don't hold on to certain things when you guys are, let's say, talking married. Because if you're talking married, you should be sharing certain things. If you're talking baby, you should be talking certain things. I'm not talking about a rando that you met at the bar and you about to one and done it one night. Men and women be one and done us, be one and done in us too. I feel I gotta protect my body, okay? I gotta protect mine. You know what I mean? But a lot's been shared. I think we got Milton. I'm sorry, King. Continue to land your mic, King, and then we're gonna go to, I think, last stop. And I'm sorry, King. I just wanted to.
Yeah. I'm gonna wrap it up so last stop can get on. I'm gonna wrap it up real quick, bro. But like I was saying that because I was never home. The military had me away, even during my marriage. That's what really killed my marriage. You know what I mean? So, providing and protecting, it's a lot more than just making money. And I had to understand that. So now, like, my kids are older. My daughter came at me and she was like, Dad, did mom burn your clothes because of other women? I said, your mom never burnt my clothes. What are you talking about? And she said, well, that's what my mom told me. I was like, no, that never happened. What are you talking about? Well, Dad, the other women you talk to, they're not as beautiful as my mom. Okay, where you getting all this from? You know what I mean? And she was like, well, Dad, she has a new boyfriend and he treats her nice and all that. And I said, well, that's cool, babe. So where's all this coming from? I'm asking her, where's this coming from? Her mom been talking crazy about me. You know what I'm saying? And it rubbed off on my daughter. Now, I paid all this child support for all these years. Her mama ain't got one dime to send her to college. Dad paying for all that. I'm paying for that. All of it.
She
All
don't
4
understand
years.
that though. She's too young to
You feel me?
understand what you're doing
And
to
then
make that.
and
To
then
bring
hold
that
on.
into fruition.
Then my second daughter, the second one, she called me the day before, and this happened within the span of 48 hours, bro. No lie. The guy hit me with lightning out. 48 hours. My daughter called me and said that my daughter identifies as a lesbian. She likes girls. We accepted that love anyway. Still my baby. So she having problems with her girlfriend or whatever, having issues. And her mama I told her, say, why you having issues with your daughter, with your girl? And my daughter was like, why? She said, because you ain't shit like your father. And my daughter picked up the phone to call me and said, Dad, what mama just said? She said, I ain't go be shit just like you. I said, really? Well, why would she say that? Because me and my girlfriend are having issues. And she said that, we're having issues because I'm not shit just like you. And I said, that's mighty funny. Your mama would say that. Hold on. I said, it's mighty funny Your mama would say that when you didn't even know who your baby father was for 13 years. I got a letter in the mail about
So
that one,
wait,
and I
King,
didn't even
hold
know
on,
that was my daughter.
hold on, Milk. Did you say
You
that to
feel me?
your daughter when she said that to you?
Yeah, I told her that. Most
How old is
definitely.
your daughter?
She's 17. Me and my daughter didn't find out about each other until she was 13.
Okay.
So her mama was married to a whole nother man.
Yeah.
And my daughter thought that was her daddy the whole time until that man took a blood test and figured out that wasn't his daughter.
You see,
And I
hold
got
on,
a
Milton.
certified letter in the mail. I got served by the mailman. He put this letter in my hand. I opened it. It was like, you need to take a blood test. And I took a blood test in Texas, flew to Michigan, and I had to like get on child support behind
You
that.
see, so hold on for a second,
Yeah.
right? Hold on, Milton, right? And this is all new, right? This is just happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see,
Yep.
and as a culture, I'm not going to put it solely on you because it extends so far past you. As a culture, we need to do better. And this is what I mean by standing in front of the hard stuff. We can go out, we could go shake it, we could go, you know what I mean? We could go. My elementary school principal, Miss Jackson, that's what her name was, right? Elementary school. She said to me, we was all lined up in the auditorium, and she said, some of y'all got y'all grades back from y'all tests, and some of y'all did well. I see a lot of y'all walking around here, and y'all real happy because y'all doing well. Don't be happy. You should be helping the person beside you study so that they could do well too. Whew. Being so young, 7, 8, 9, and I received and caught that message. And I carried it with me still to this day. Don't be happy when you doing well. Be happy when Tiffany is doing well on the live with me. Preem is doing well on the live with me. Memphis is doing the same thing. Quaisha, Asia, Ashley, Benoit, Paul. Everybody's doing well. That's underneath the sound of my voice. Be happy when everybody is doing well. So systemically, am I saying it right? Wrong?
Systemic is that?
Thank you. Systemically, we as a culture have so much mirror work to do and also so many things to stand in front of that until we actually begin to stand in front of it, one of them being the topic in this room, we won't think and grow. We won't begin to think and grow rich. And before being able to say and become triggered and denounce something, just give it some thought. Just let it sit on you. Because I shared the story about with y'all when I was 18, lawyer coming out of court, bought me this book, changed my life. Ralph Ellison, Invisible Man. I read it. He told me, read it now when you're 18. Read it again 5 years from now. Then read it again 5 years from then. Changed my life. I'm lying.
Yeah,
Gave me perspective.
The point I was.
Hold on, Milton. I'm sorry, King. We on podcast time, so I gotta move the conversation along. Respectfully, King. Thank you for sharing. But
Most definitely, bro.
I appreciate you, King. We're gonna conclude this topic. I'm gonna get Paul, and then I'm going, if Boss Lady D got something to add, I'm gonna gain their perspectives before we begin to conclude this topic because we have one more to get into. Do you guys have any shares on that? I know we have Paul that came off his mic. King, are you with us?
Yes, I am, sir.
All right, King. So tap in as it pertains to the topic that's in the room. Are single parents a failure to their children, King?
Thank you very much. Greetings to my brothers and sisters in the room. My contribution is going to be a little bit different because my single parenthood came from me losing my wife to colon cancer, and my children were very young, and I decided to raise them by myself. But however, the topic says the failures. I feel, in my opinion, and that's what I believe, that I will be failing my children if I stay with them without probably bringing someone, a female partner, in the relationship. And this is because, as I'm an African, I come from East Africa, so we believe that our children need a sense of protection.
Yeah.
And our boys, as they grow up with a mother, they build a sense of protection, protecting her, and he grows up that way by seeing how you respect his mother, how you treat his mother. And so that way, he also will treat the ladies according to how his father does. And boys normally, what we believe, from 13 years old upwards, they really want to be best friends with their fathers because that's the time they want to learn everything that the father is doing, and they
Yeah.
will be actually applying it as they grow up from that
Yeah.
age onwards. And girls, they have to feel a sense of protection from the father, and also when they get older, this is what we believe, when they get to after puberty, maybe those size of 17, 18, that's when they want to be best friends with their mothers. And that's important. They learn more things that they will grow up with.
Yeah.
So for me, I have been a single parent for now 6 years. My son is now 17 and my daughter is 16. But my marriage with my wife lasted 20 years before I lost her to colon cancer. But that was the best woman I think I know, and I don't think I want to compare with anybody else
Sure.
because I don't think I will ever get somebody. She came from Louisiana, and I came from East
Yeah.
Africa. So, but she was amazing. So our marriage was fantastic for 20 years, and my children saw the love that we shared.
Yeah.
But
So
now yes, sir.
no. So I hear what you're saying, Paul, and I'm
Mhm.
so sorry that you had to encounter that experience.
Mhm.
Respectfully, I don't think like your wife passed away while you were married. Like you gave your kid the
Yes.
best opportunity. They sing. I don't think this applies, in your instance. But I understand how you're how you're marrying the two and saying that you want your kid to still be able to see a woman in around you so that they can see and gain a certain insight. So just thank you for sharing that, Paul. That because I think that's a different aspect that no one else have been able to share. So through your lenses, standing on your shoulders, we were able to gain a different perspective in that instance. And just shout out to you, Paul. Boss
Appreciate
lady,
that, sir.
boss lady, do you have anything? Boss lady D, do you have anything to contribute?
Yeah. Um, First, I'd like to say that the topic is an explosive topic because when you talk about being a failure, are single parents a failure to their children? You can be a two-parent family and be a failure to your children. So singling out a single parent, um, I don't think that that's fair because I grew up. All of my kids are grown now, so I was a single parent. And growing up, a lot of us in the neighborhood had two parent homes, and where either one parent worked or both parents worked. And the very same kids that I grew up with either ended up on drugs, selling drugs, or gang banging, or just in jail. Period. And then you have some like me who went on to do what we were supposed to do. So being a single parent, was it hard? Yes, because I did not have that other person with me. I didn't bash him or anything like that in front of my kids. I would never do that. Him canceling days that he was supposed to come and pick them up made it seem like I was trying to keep the kids away from him. And that was the story that he spun and he almost had my kids believing it until I had to put him on speaker and let the kids hear that he was canceling. One of my sons happened to be in the car one day when he approached my car yelling at me about, come and get your kids shit because, I'm tired of them being in my house and all this, that, and the other. So my son heard it. And I didn't have to say a word to bash him. They actually heard it for themselves. So having that two family structure, no, I had my father, I had my brother, my kids had their uncles. So they had another male figure, especially since I have three boys and one daughter.
I
Okay.
decided I would never get married because I had my daughter.
Okay.
And I grew up in an era. I'm sorry, this is my grandson and he's having a fit.
No, it's
I
okay.
I grew up in an era where I grew up in the 70s. Um, that
So
was my childhood,
I
time.
I'm
And
I'm I'm picking up that you might be a little bit distracted. So I wanna hopefully I don't want to speed you up, but I want to see where you're going with it so we can
no,
begin.
I'm not
Okay.
distracted.
Okay.
I knew that he wanted his cartoon, so but now you just distracted me because I don't know what I just said. But no, my whole thing was about the two parent family and being a failure. You're only a failure to me if you did not learn from your mistake. And to me, a failure is an opportunity to learn. Me and my kids have been homeless because I didn't take bullshit from the landlords. And I decided late in life, we got a late start because of the homeless thing. And I ended up deciding I'm not going to do the apartment thing. I'm going to buy my house. So I bought a house. Later on, when I bought the house, here comes my kid's father wanting to get back into our lives. No, it's too late. So, oh,
All
and I
right.
left off
So
on the part about being married. No, because you had a lot of perverts back in the day. And I did not want that for my daughter. So no, I decided I wasn't going to get married until when she became an adult. But having conversations with my kids as we went along kind of helped. And I think that if a single parent could sit down and have those conversations with their kids or their child, it would make the kids understand a little better what that parent is going through. My kids
okay,
understood what I was going through.
all right. So look, let me say this right because we are on podcast time, so we do got to be a bit more condensed inside of our point of view making, right? So I want to say this really quick before we move on to the next topic, right? A lot of times in these spaces, right? Sometimes the answer lies underneath the statements, right? And I say that way because there's certain things, and this is just a blanket statement. Sometimes as being parents, right, we got to ask ourselves, what condition was I raised in and under? First thing, right? Second thing is, do I want my kid to be raised under these circumstances, right? Because that's how we track and adjust and say, I don't want that for my kid. I want this for my kid. And that should be followed by who we choosing to be with, so forth and so on. The third thing, regardless if you're raised in a single parent house or a two-parent home, we got to stop making kids privy to information that's not for them. Because when we start sharing things with kids before they're ready to, we start to lend them that trauma. We start to give them that trauma. To a daughter, her father is her everything. To a mother, the son is his everything. If we start sharing and giving too much to our kids before it's the right time, hence I said increments. Y'all heard me mention that word earlier, right? Giving things to, no, we can't run. And this is what I mean by failing. This is what I mean by failing our children. When you grow, it's right there. It says it. It says it right there. Are single parents a failure to? And it makes my point, right? It makes my point, guys. You sharing things before, because you know why? Because we had kids before we was ready to have kids. We wasn't emotionally, physically, emotionally, spiritually sound and grounded before, or financially ready before having these kids. And listen, I'm gonna yield my mic. We're gonna come back live on Broadway podcast. Stay right there with me. We're gonna get into this next topic because woo, Chad, that was a good one though. Shout out to everybody in the room. You heard? Live on Broadway podcast. Ooh, y'all know the vibe. Live on Broadway podcast. Make sure y'all get in tune and follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud. And make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. And also get into my gram while you there. I am_Broadway and Live on Broadway podcast.
I know y'all love Live on Broadway podcast, but stay tuned, sis. We about to get into the next segment. How he say that shit?
Clear! That was a good topic. Everybody added so much value to that. I gotta listen, man. You know, this isn't gonna be a long one, but I think it'll be a good one. Allie, how you feel? You want to get into this topic or what?
Yes, well, let's lighten up this mood. Let's lighten it up a little quick. So, topic number 2 for tonight is have you ever sustained a sex injury?
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
I know I have.
Have you ever sustained a sex injury? No? No? Searching high, searching low? Yes. The call in the background. Yes. Holding their fingers to their chin. Yeah, we're gonna go to her. What's happening? What's happening with you, Tiff? Have you ever sustained a sexual injury? I think she might. No, I think she might be acting like she frozen. I don't think she frozen. Tiff, tap in with me, Queen. Have you ever sustained a sexual injury? Carry the 1, divide the 2, multiply the 3.
Well, back when I was in college, right, with my fiance, well,
one day in band camp.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can consider it like a sex injury, but I definitely had some injuries, you know, because of that.
You didn't stretch, right?
No, I fell. I fell. I fell. It was like a crazy party. I was super drunk, and you know, I was lit, and shit was happening, and I fell off. I fell literally off like at least 3 times, and then the next day I woke up with all these bruises on my legs. Like I look like I got beat up.
Let's go. I ain't mad at it. Hold on 1 second. Memphis, I know you don't sustain. Memphis, your boy head is an injury right there. That's why.
Yo, Memphis. Coming from a boy head.
Right. It takes one to know one, Negro. No,
you know what I mean?
Tap in with me, Memphis. Have you ever sustained a sexual injury?
I've had 2. This is like when I was younger, first time I had sex, you know what I mean? Niggas didn't know that they didn't have a bone down there. So I thought she broke my shit because she was riding that shit a little bit too hard. And that shit was painful. And I'm like, wait, you done broke my shit. And the other situation was, ladies, never use teeth in oral sex. Like, real talk, I thought my shit was scarred. And
it's like getting it caught in a zipper.
Listen, yes. I guess the last guy she dated liked teeth, but that's not, I don't know, because she's like, she thought she had the bomb shit. Now, she was older. I was 26, she was like 42, and she looked like she was 21. Oh. But she used to say she had magic box, but the hair was trash. Like, I swear.
Crazy.
All right, Preem, tap in with me. Memphis, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna bring you back though, King. Preem, tap in with me.
For me, I'm into scratching. Like I like the claw nails and shit like that. So I like that. So
you see what other than that, man, my God, man, I'm just saying.
I don't really think I had nothing too crazy. Hey, what's good, man? I think that's it. Yeah, but besides the nails scratching, like that's a turn on to me. So, but when you get in the shower afterwards or that next morning, that shit burn. But other than that, I ain't have nothing crazy. And my brother D-Ron just walked in the building. What's good, man?
Tap in. What's happening? To the bro. Savannah Raina says hello. She says she misses you. Okay.
Hi, Nina. I love you, Raina. So I just saw the question. So I know nobody asked me, nobody at all. But I have two injuries that are very poignant.
Wait, currently?
That I would like to talk about.
Currently, you got your big toe in a cast. Currently?
No. This is in the past, darling. So, all right. One of these is like low key recent, right? Okay. So look, boom. So I'm chilling. There's this older head, right? He's trying to take me on a date. Cool. We in his car. This motherfucker got speakers. Because he's
a drug dealer.
Strip club. So he's bringing, I guess, his speakers from home to the strip club. I'm like, what?
Wait, what?
So listen, everyone, do I have your attention, your undivided attention? Because
you have it.
I'm chilling. He blasting the fucking music in my head. So I'm just like, bro, like, what the fuck, right? Get to the strip club, it's lit. I'm throwing money at strippers. They're dancing. I'm having fun. I'm drinking. I'm having a good time. I'm like, damn, I could be making some money. But I was having a good time. I knew I was going to take his money at the end of the night. They was going to tip him all out, and I was going to take it anyway. So, so this motherfucker, bro, he's like, I know I have a sexy neck, right? So
wait, huh? Wait, what? You got a sexy neck?
My neck.
It's long. I mean,
it's so very model-like. It's chokeable.
It takes a lot.
It's chokeable.
It's chokeable.
So like I said, I have a sexy neck.
Clubhouse, if you want to see Vanna O'Shoe's neck, just go to IM_Broadway. Yeah, her neck is available.
Nah, she right though. That's just pretty long. Like
she got a chokeable. You can put two here.
So listen, so he's
Vanna.
like, he keeps saying, mind you, he's one of them old heads that he clearly went to jail for like 10 or 8 years. Like he's like hardcore, right? So he's like, oh, like, I love your neck. I love your neck. I'm like, thank you. You feel me? Thank you. Like, whatever. So, yo, my fucking neck was so stiff, bruh. I had mad scratches in my neck, like in the back of my neck. It was so stiff, and I couldn't go like this.
No,
because that motherfucker, he was literally like going like this, like mad aggressive. And I'm like, yo, bro, like you dead hurting me now. Like, but I didn't say that because I was drunk and I low key like pain. So it was just like
when I woke up. During sex though?
No, we never had sex. But it's a sex injury because he has sexual intent behind that grab.
Wait,
okay,
Vanna.
The other one is a sex injury though. So
Vanna, go like this. Vanna, go like this. Let's see if you could do it. Okay, cool. You back. Just making sure, because if we need to send the cavalry over there to you, Queen, I'ma send them. You hear me? Just making sure you ain't got no neck brace or nothing.
And by the way, I did take all his tip out money, just so y'all know.
Oh my
so
God.
I have mad dollars and ones all over my floor. Yes, I did. And I will continue to have ones and 20s and all that, all around me, 50s, all that, 100s, all that. And nobody going to stop me.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I love New York. I love New York. I swear I do. You never get
Hold on.
All right, so I got to tell you something. Okay, so it was Sunday, right?
Wait.
Can I talk? Look,
wait, Vanna, hold on. You got more than
this
shit.
This is a good story.
Wait, I thought that was the end of it. We got Clubhouse here.
I'm going to do it mad quick. Listen, so boom. It's Sunday, right? My ex's dad was in jail. Then he came out, he'd be a pastor, so they don't got to pay taxes on the house. Cool. If you in the crib, right? I used to get my bag blown out in there every fucking night. If you was in the crib on Sunday, your ass needed to go to the motherfucking living room and you needed to go be in a church service. And his aunt, I'm not going to say her name. So listen. All right, so listen. Okay, so boom. So it was Sunday. His mom come in the room. Mind you, he shared a room with his brother And his brother's girlfriend was there too. She was a bad bitch. I don't know how they got us, but she was a bad bitch. Her name was Kayla. She's a
Vanna,
light-skinned
stay
joint.
focused. Get
All
back to the
right,
story.
sorry. She had a big butt. Sorry. All right, so boom, it's Sunday. His mom come in. She like, interrupting what we was doing because we was getting nasty or whatever. So she's like, hey, y'all know y'all need to come upstairs before 12 o'clock because service about to start. So we like, all right, cool. All right, cool. So I'm like a sexual, not deviant, but I'm like a thrill of the moment, the real seeker in the moment type of shit. So
that's what lends to your neck being like that.
Yeah. So listen. So his dad was home because he's a truck driver. He be going for mad long, but I don't know if he be going because he's driving trucks or whatever. I think he got a secret business. Anyway,
Vanna, take your time, but hurry up.
Okay. So look. So we end up. I don't know how because the bathroom was right by the living room, but we end up just pretty much moving, our festivities into the bathroom while they doing service. But the service is right there.
Wow.
Hold on. So look. So we going, right? It's backside. Now, anyone who has had the blessing of having sexual endeavors with me, which is none of y'all on this live and none of y'all at all, but for the ones who know, if I fuck you, I fuck the shit out of you. So I was fucking the shit out of him. I was throwing that shit back hard.
Keep that
now,
same energy.
I'm like looking at him. You feel me? I'm like, like throwing it back or whatever.
Wait, how it go? How it go, Vanna? How it go?
And he pulling my hair.
No, Vanna, how it go? Show us again. How it go?
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I'm in my pajamas. Hold on. So he's here. And I'm just like, I'm just like, hold on.
Yo, Vanna, wait.
So I'm just like,
Vanna. All right, listen. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Miss Vanna.
Big Bong, fuck your life. I'm not going.
Wait, Clubhouse, I'm not doing this. Vanna, no, we can't hear you, Vanna. Clubhouse, please tap in with me. Have you encountered any sexual injuries? Because Vanna's 20. Somebody tap in, please.
Yeah, I have. Not like hers, but I did. I had a mild concussion.
A mild concussion? Somebody done rammed your head into the backboard?
Yes. I didn't know. Yes.
I was not done. My story was about to end, but my story.
Yo, wait. Vanna's still going off. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Allison. So you sustained a concussion. Were you incoherent?
So boom. I was dealing with this guy, and we I took a couple of days off of work, and was chilling with him all day, and he's getting it in, and it was, I don't know. I went to sleep, and he woke me up with it, and I think my head was too far close to the wall, and he just went in, and it was just boom, 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 and he wouldn't stop, and the top of my head was just like hurting, and I blacked out and I passed out a little bit, but I woke up and I was good. I was good.
Well, thank God you was alive still. Thank God you was alive still.
Yes, when I went home, I slept all day though because I was tired. Like, yeah, but it was fun.
Listen, batteries are dying. So we don't have Vanna, what's Vanna doing? Listen, all right, so let me share my story before we start the rap. I had a sexual injury, okay? It happened when I was in my first encounter. I had a splinter because it got crazy on a bunk bed, yo. I got a splinter in my foot, right? The splinter went so far in my foot, and me being stubborn, I didn't want to stop. So the splinter kept going further and further. So I had to go to the doctor afterwards so that they could remove the splinter, because every time I would walk, I would feel a sharp pain in my foot, and it came from the splinter being so far in my foot. Now that's an injury.
That sound hella rough.
What
That
are
was
you trying
rough.
to say?
Allison
No.
got head concussions. I think Quaisha don't want to share. Quaisha, you got a story to tell about sustaining a sex injury. Nothing. Vanna. Oh, all
My
right.
bad,
Quaisha
boy.
Well,
said,
I
You
was
know, I was
trying to
outside. I was
fucking tell
outside.
you.
What story? What you asked me, bro? I couldn't hear
have
you.
you ever sustained a sexual injury? Because Vanna's about to curse us out and tell us another story. So
A
just give us a
sexual
second, Vanna.
injury?
Yes, a sexual injury.
Hell no, ain't nobody. You gotta take time with the poom poom. You can't be hurting the poom poom like that. What kind of sex
What?
we
You
have?
better hurt the poom poom. What?
Nah, not like that though. You gotta hurt it nicely. Y'all know how that go. You gotta nicely hurt it nicely. You can't just hurt it and
So
now I'm injured.
so
No,
so
I need
Quay, so
I
Quay,
need
you
help for
never
the rest of my life.
yo Quay, you never wanted to go to work the next day with a sling on?
Nah, I've been, I felt like tapped out, like I'm good for a little minute, or I've had, moments where I had a thought and I get a little tingle or some shit. You know what I mean? When I'm
Got it.
outside, smile, but all that injured, no. 'Cause this she be chilling, she be happy. You gotta take care of her. She's gonna be here for the rest of my life. Like we can't do
Got
that.
you. Hey, listen, if listen, you still got some years on you to experience broken P. And the great words of Issa Rae, you gotta experience broken P. Somebody gotta break the P. If they don't break the P, they ain't pushing P. Vanna, yes, Vanna, yes, Vanna. Oh,
Yes, I
yes.
want to hear her. What's
Okay, thank you. Now that I
her
heard
service is going
back.
on, so I gotta know what's happening.
All right, so boom, I'm bow, throwing it back, bow, hard than a motherfucker. Mind you, the service is going on. His father's getting to the good part, raising his hands, they lifting their voices. I'm like really throwing my shit back. All
To
of a
the
sudden,
choir?
bro, I can't see nothing. It goes stars, bro, because he hit the wrong hole by accident. So
Whoa,
I'm
not the
like
wrong
seeing
hole.
stars. I dead ass fall into the tub.
Oh my god.
That's how hard I was throwing it back. I literally lost consciousness. He's like, "Baby, you okay?" And then like it was kind of like a little commotion because I mean I'm sure they knew by then what we was doing in the bathroom, but I really couldn't see. I was so concerned. It was just stars, bro. I never had something like that happen to me. I've been choked out. I've been in all types of good ways and all that. But nah, that was different. Like it wasn't a good thing.
Did you have to go to the emergency room?
You said what?
Did you have to go to the emergency room?
No, I didn't go to the emergency room, but I definitely felt like that was a pain that I never want to feel again in my life. It was a sex injury.
That's a sex injury for sure. If nothing else is.
So wait, do you currently aspire to reach that pinnacle in future tense?
Decent, like yesterday, Sunday.
Wait, what you mean, bro? Wait, what you mean, bro?
You said this was recent, right? Like Sunday.
No. This was years ago. That's how bad it was. I remember because
you said
I'm not fucking nobody that live with their moms and they share a room with their brother. I was a kid, bro. I was like fucking 19.
My fault. I didn't know you said one of them was recent, so I thought it was that one.
What? Unless you driving Maybach, you're not getting this back. You feel me?
Wait, Vanna, do the neck thing again, Vanna. Do the neck. Go ahead, Vanna.
Hold on, yo, chill, boy.
Like this. I was like this.
No, just the neck.
I was like, yeah. And then he was pulling my hair out. I was like,
oh my God, yo, guys, tonight was something different, something special. Oh man, hold on, let me put some respect on these Giants names. Shout out to DJ Preem. Shout out to Miss Ben. Matter of fact, listen, plug yourselves. I'm gonna start with the ladies king. Tiff, plug yourself as we begin to wrap up, Queen.
Alrighty, my name is Savannah O'Toole. I'm a rapper. I got an album out, whole lot of energy, link in my bio. Listen, I'm lit. Tap in with me now before I get my BBL. My BBL is in June. If you didn't follow me now, don't try to slide in my DMs when you see that ass is way fat. You Don't.
Hey, yo.
Listen,
Thank you very much.
listen. I don't know about y'all, but her album's called Whole Lot of Energy. That's a surprise. I
She
mean,
definitely has out of it.
and don't follow her when she get her BBL in June. You heard? Don't start and don't start your BS neither. Don't be like them other girls and get your BBL and start talking about I've been working out. This is what working out
That's
gets
exactly
me.
what I'm gonna do. Fuck that. If I pay for it, it's mine. I'm gonna say, oh, all I did was squat, bitches. All I did was squat to work out.
Let's go, Vienna! Let's go! Oh man, it's always a pleasure to have you around, Vienna.
Love you guys.
Yo, Tiff,
Be
tap
safe.
in with me one time, Queen.
Love you. It was such a pleasure. I had so much fun on here.
Where can the people find you at, Queen?
RSL Experience.
RSL Experience. That's it. That's all. Real straight to the point. You heard me?
Period.
Yo, DJ Preem, tap in with me one time, beloved.
You already know what it is. It's your main man, DJ Preem, checking in with my guy. Hey, man, this is a great time. I'm glad. I'm glad I just decided to come over here instead of Clubhouse. This is fun.
Fuck yeah.
We had good energy.
Yes, sir.
The whole way. Good topic. That was fun, man. Salute to you,
man.
King.
I appreciate you, King. Thanks for pulling up. Allison, what you got, Queen?
What's going on? Allison Grace. I don't even wait, what's my name, boy?
I am Allison _Grace.
_Grace on Instagram, and Allison Grace on Clubhouse. This is where you'll find me. Back channel me, DM me. I'm all over. What's up?
Man. Queen Shantae, you've been quiet tonight, Queen. I know you just been enjoying the crazy.
I've been working. I've been multitasking over here.
Yes,
this girl
ma'am.
is up working. I am working and multitasking. But shout out to you. It was a good show. I was cracking up. It was great entertainment as always. Yeah.
Oh man, listen, batteries are dying, smokes. Listen, we gotta go. Y'all ain't gotta go home. Keep the room open on Clubhouse. Allison, guys, continue to get into the talk that's in the room. We're gonna wrap up this pod. Instagram, if you're on Instagram, make sure you tap in with Clubhouse. IM_Broadway, same as it is on Instagram. And make sure you tap in, live on BroadwayPodcast.com. You hear me? It's cheaper to be yourself. Be giant. Y'all know the vibes. Pull.
Click.
Money coming, money go. Do you have relationship questions you need answered? Spicy topics? DM us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Have music, products, or an ad you want us to run? Email us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Be sure to tap in. Mondays, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Live on IM_Broadway's Instagram. Clear.